Okay. Yo. We caking. A little late, a little late, a little late. But I'm here. Still not feeling too great. However, could be the last hockey game of the season. So, still got to go live. Slowly taking out the cards. Still didn't get any new cards. So, disappointment if that's what you really care about. Dude, I'm not roasting this jersey. I can't do this jersey, man. I gotta find. I might just have to wear the Coyotes hat because that was gonna be way too hot. I was gonna wear the Coyotes jersey last time that they're gonna be able to wear that in a season where they actually play. But life is a weird thing, right? So like I said, we caking. That's me. I am under the weather, so I won't sound too great. I won't be as loud today, but if no matter what, I'm having a great time watching hockey with everybody. And when I cough and sneeze or whatever, I do apologize. Ooh, yes. I do want it really, really cold. I got my tissues. Oh man, it's been rough right now. But always excited to watch a hockey game. Always excited to talk hockey, as everybody knows. Oh, it is. Do you think this camera's still zoomed in, Brett? Oh no, that was the top-down camera. Never mind. We're getting the Panthers. Oh, that's a lot of players that ran into each other. Nurse goes for like a knee hit on Bennett right at the beginning of the game. That throw him out of here. Where's Ekblad and Verhage? Bennett looks like he got a knee hit. Yeah, Nurse. Oh, that is. Nurse went. What are you doing, Darnell Nurse? Ah, and the domino effect of the trading cards. Everybody can be annoying. We already have a knee hit. Oh my, dude, Darnell Nurse. If you're Oiler fans, yeah, I got my popcorn today. I'm moving through a popcorn. 2 minutes in, and Darnell Nurse is already making his job worse. Oilers are gonna have to bite down if man. If the Panthers score 2 minutes into the hockey game, it's over. The Oilers are already checked, but if the Panthers score again, oh man. I mean, score in the beginning, not again because there's no goal, but you know what I mean. Verhage slapper, Skinner, glove save. Oh, that looked like it was going in. Panther players are so confident right now. Mm. Do you guys think the Oilers are going to take it tonight? Do you think the Oilers are taking it? Or do you think the Panthers are just going to go for the throat and shut this down? I called Panthers in five, but I could definitely see The Panthers, oh, Kachuk in the beautiful spot. Oh, almost scored twice there. Panthers just pummeling shots on Skinner. And if you're the Oilers, you're frantic right now. But you don't have any choice other to start Skinner. The other goalie hasn't played in like a month, if not two. Oilers looking for a 2-on-1 shorthanded. Brown, score. Shorthanded goal. They deke around Bobrovsky. Janmark slaps it in while Bobrovsky's out of the net. Well, this is what the Oilers need. I can't believe that. I can't believe that at all. A 3-on-1. Greeny. And now you're showing the game? My hand's full of popcorn dust. Girlfriend is completely mauled over all my cards. The domino effect. While you're helping me get that reset up, I got to get my chat loaded.
I'm so sorry, everyone.
That's so funny.
I'm so sorry.
Who's in the chat? What's going on, everybody? Who's in the chat? What's going on, everybody? There we go. Stay right there for the camera. I know. They're the least. Oh no! They're falling over again.
They're tricky.
I can't see the hockey. Did the Panthers take a penalty?
Sorry, everybody. I'm sorry.
Well, the Panthers just got the penalty for not knowing how to play hockey. Too many men on the ice. Oh my gosh, you really just plowed over that, didn't you?
So sorry.
You didn't even help.
I thought I did.
Look at them. They're all staring at each other.
I'm so sorry.
What's this doing? Oh, this is embarrassing. It's cool having the hockey cards on display. You knock hockey cards over and your life just gets not to be fun. Man, I put the Panthers cards up here thinking the Panthers were just going to completely blow the Oilers out of this game. The Panthers are like, yeah, let's let up a shorthanded goal in the first 4 minutes. We'll make the Oilers think that they... my cards be falling over, chat. It is pretty disappointing. Sparky, get over there. But these guys are going to be lifting the cup, I'm pretty sure, today.
You're that.
If they go down, I'm pretty darn sure. I'm pretty darn sure the Panthers are going to win today. I think there's no, I think the Oilers scoring is going to make it a good game because now they're going to believe in themselves because they're like, all right, guys, we can do this maybe. We can win 4 games in a row.
Do you still have my cup sheet?
Yeah.
Can I see it?
Okay. I can't be grabbing stuff right now because my hand is full of popcorn dust.
Sorry, I can wait. I can wait.
Bobrovsky saving that puck against Draisaitl twice. That was crazy right there. And then I gotta be messaging my pops. Hey pops, I'm live. We laugh. Got a message, everyone. Hey, I'm live.
Mhm.
Oilers pampering the shots. Panthers power play or the penalty kill. Now they got 3-on-2 right now. Barkey streaking in. They don't get a shot off, but it goes right off of the pad of Skinner. I can't believe that. Shorthanded goal right in the beginning of the hockey game. Ekblad's in the defensive zone. Him and Verhage are going to try and get it cleared. Forsling just shoots it on in. I don't know if it was offsides or what, but they didn't like that play. I don't know why they didn't like it. Mm. I'm wearing the Coyotes hat today. Last could be the last hockey game of the season that they were active. And I'm gonna miss my Coyotes, man. I'm gonna miss them. What will be really interesting though is if the Coyotes do come back in 5 years, 2030 or whatever, 2029. I wonder if there's gonna be a Coyote player that was originally on the Coyotes that gets traded or drafted or whatever that goes back to the Coyotes to be on both iterations of the team. That'd be kind of a funny statistic, right? If somebody was on the original Coyotes, went to Utah, then there's an expansion Coyotes team, and then they just get another guy. Then he goes back there. Clayton Keller, the forever Coyote. Man, everybody, I'm just digging my popcorn right now. We got to look at the hits. So, what I think is going to be the most important part of this hockey game, and what's really been the most important part of this entire series, is the physicality. The Panthers just keep checking them. They keep crushing them, and I think that really makes it difficult for the Oilers. They can't get their perfect, beautiful passes and shots, and the board battles are grindy, and it just makes it so difficult for the Oilers. Oh, 19 for the Oilers. Henrique tips the puck upstairs. 2 goals for Oil Country in the first 8 minutes of this hockey game. There's some happy Oiler fans there. Yeah. Look at them. Who is that? Yarncroak again? Yarncroak beats Mikkola. Mikkola kind of like gets oddly beaten at the blue line, which means Yanmark just skates it on in, kind of turns once he starts facing some adversity, centers it, and Henrique tips it. 2-0 hockey game. Wow. The Oilers have almost doubled the amount of points they've scored the entire playoff, or excuse me, the entire Stanley Cup final. Oh, here we go, Panthers. Panthers, though, they're not having it. They're attacking even more viciously than they were before. And this is where it can get really scary because the Panthers are going to try and turn it up to 5 bajillion degrees, right? So they're going to be attacking, hitting, all sorts of stuff as hard as they can. But I feel that means they're going to take more high danger and more risky plays. Which, if they're making more risky plays, they're going to leave themselves more open for. Oh, was it Montour that slid into Bobrovsky that's prevented him from blocking that first goal? That's what it looked like to me. Now, right now, it's still 5-5 for hits. So it's a physical game, but both teams they're playing the physicality evenly so far. 4 shots right now by the Oilers, and they've scored 2 goals. 50% conversion ratio. Insanity. I mean, for Bobrovsky though, last game in game 3, Bobrovsky was letting in a lot of goals towards the end of that period, but they were gimmicky goals. It was puck luck, right? Eventually, the Oilers deserved some puck luck. Like one went off of Mikola's elbow, and the other one just kind of went off like a leg or something. So far in this hockey game, Montour slides right into Bobrovsky, and it looks like that knocks him right out of position. You can't block a puck if player knocks you out of your own net, right? That's going to make your job a lot more difficult. And then, not only just that, now you have a player that you thought was guarding some guy in front, and he gets an awkward tip, and it goes a complete other way. What do? You just keep playing hockey. Oilers, and PK Subban and Mark Messier were talking about this during last game's intermissions. You don't get any discount in the sense of you don't get to doubt yourself. You don't you just it's not even an option. Like you can't even think that way. You can't even think like, well, we can't score, or oh, we can't try, or anything, and say, oh, we can't beat Bobrovsky. You can't think that way. You can't mentally defeat yourself in the finals. As long as there's still a hockey game to be played, you're still in the hockey game. Especially if it's a brand new hockey game like this one, which obviously right now it's going the way for the Oilers. Panthers are trying so hard to battle for this puck, and they're trying to wind it up. They're trying to get it. They're trying to focus this puck. No, they're just gonna stay in their own zone. Oh, ow! They get crumpled. Kulikov. Panthers attacking. Oh, that could have been a beautiful attempt. McDavid wants blood. Yeah! Kulikov pushed McDavid over and he fell and it looked funny. Ah, McDavid. The world needs more upset McDavid. Dude, I'd apologize, but I'm a popcorn fiend, yo. Popcorn's my thing. Can't apologize for eating one of my favorite foods. Had a little phlegm there, everybody. Apologies, but good thing I'm fast on the mute button. Like right now. All right, all right, all right, all right. Yo, everybody that's stopping by. This could be the last hockey game that we have this season. I mean, Panthers up 3-0 in this Stanley Cup final. Down 2-0 in game 4, first period. We're past 10 minutes of the hockey game right now. Still a lot of hockey to be played. But the other way that you got to look at it, these Panthers have just been grinding these Oilers down. Grind, 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 grind. And now the Oilers get some puck luck quick in the first. Short-handed goal from when you get your goalie ran into by your own teammate, and then a goal that kind of came out of nowhere for the second goal. And those Oilers got to be terrified of the Panthers when they poke that puck away. Here you go, loose arena. It just takes one attack for the Panthers, and these Oilers are just 5 back and like, oh, right there, Panthers get a goal. It's a 1-goal hockey game. Now, when they show this review, you're gonna see 5 Oilers and about 3 feet together on the ice, right in front of their net. The Oilers are so anxious they feel like they have to convulge into this tiny little ball. Look at it right there, 5 Oilers in one small spot. That allows the Panthers to kind of span on out. And when all the Oilers are like, oh, I got to go back to my position, they're screening the goalie. And that's going to allow Tarasenko to get that tip right there. Barely beaten Skinner gets right in the inside of that cage. Vladimir Tarasenko, second goal of the series, gets the Panthers on the board. It's a 3-goal first period. And if you're the Oilers, you're going to sit down. You're going to get a lot more quiet. The Panthers are reminding you right there they can score 2. And if they've forgotten, the Panthers have been the team that's been scoring all playoffs. And it's been their all-stars that have been scoring too. McDavid and Draisaitl are off the scoreboard this entire Stanley Cup final. And if that's how if this game ends with the Panthers winning, and if they maintain or still can't get on that scoreboard, that's going to be, oh, here you go, 2-on-1. Here you go. Shot. Oh, Skinner with a beautiful save. And you're going to have some rough stuff. No team's going to want to take a penalty, though. Oh, my goodness. Skinner could have the playoff of the evening right there. That just kept him in the game, y'all. Mm, that was insane. Skinner pushed up from one side of the crease all the way to the other side of the crease. Stop that goal. If that goal goes in, the Oilers would be dead inside. Imagine riding high from scoring 2 goals in the first period. Like all right, we stand a chance. And then the Panthers just catch up. They scored 2 goals in like 2 minutes. All right, let's take a look. Oh, Oiler fans are quiet right now. Oiler fans are really quiet on social media. We always go to X, formerly known as Twitter, to see how the Oilers fans are feeling. All right, we're going. So I'm going to the Oilers page, and they're like, keep the lead. Oilers play defense like the United States Border Control. That's funny. We back. It started, meaning the team's gonna lose. This team needs to stop giving up early goals. It's going to kill the team. Here comes the choke. Oh, we are still in this fight. Yeah, I think that's. I mean, that's the only way that you can think. You're like, yeah, we got to talk ourselves into it. We're in this thing. Like, we can still compete, man. As long as we're in the cup, man, we can still win the cup, man. You got to, oh, right there, right in front. Oh, right in front, Panthers. Battle, battle, battle. Oilers come away with it. But still in the zone. Panthers maintain it. They're going to try to loop around, but they can't maintain the puck. But they do force the Oilers to ice the puck. It's coming right back. And if you're an Oiler fan, you're getting really nervous right now. You're getting really nervous right now. There's a lot of pucks that keep bouncing around in front of their net. There's a lot of pucks that look like they could end up in the back of the net. Skinner save from a Kachuk pass. Now the Oilers though, like what they got to do, the keys to this game, don't give up any power plays, which hard to do when Darnell Nurse is doing knee on knee hits, right? I don't know how he's still in the game. The other thing is you got to be blocking your shots. You got to block a lot of shots in this game. The Panthers are going to be getting a lot of shots right now. And of course, the last key to the game, if your superstars don't show up on the scoreboard, then probably not going to win. And that's going to be a real crate. I mean, at the end of this series, if McDavid, Draisaitl, and Hyman are left off the scoreboard, I cannot imagine what that conversation is going to look like in the Oiler locker room. Imagine you're McDavid and you don't score in the Stanley Cup final. Imagine what your coach is going to say to you. Imagine like that's ridicule worthy. Hey McJesus, want to score 100 points in the playoffs? Or 100 points in the playoffs. Hey, you score 100, you get 100 assists in the regular season, you can't score in the final, you're worthless. Does it everywhere except for and I mean, it's going to be, think about it. You do it everywhere except where it actually matters at the very end. All right in front, boys. Skinner pounces on it. Skinner pounced on that puck real fast. Now, chat. Do you think next goal wins? Meaning that the team that scores the next goal, if Oilers go up 3-1, do you think the Panthers are going to be able to rally back? Or if the Panthers score again, do you think that the Panthers are just going to gain that momentum and the Oilers are going to get back inside of their own heads? I'm going to speed this a little bit. I think the Oilers are going to get in their own heads. I think the Oilers are going to defeat themselves. I mean, McDavid already looks like he hates life every single time the camera goes to him. Here we go, little McDavid. Oh no, that's Warren Fogle. He got that puck nudged away from them. Panthers are gonna try and convert now. Here it comes, a beautiful conversion. Vladimir Tarasenko, the guy who already scored, can't beat his man. Skinner's just gonna cover. Oh, Lundell's taking some punches. Bouchard's just handing out knuckle sandwiches like he's at a cafeteria lunch lady. I don't know why she'd be punching children, but I guess that's what's on the menu is some child abuse today. Whatever, whatever, foo. Whatever, foo. Yo, chat, you're quiet today. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Usually the chats be popping during the Stanley Cup playoffs, but yo, this has been a. Oh, McDavid. Which one, McDavid? Going to. Oh, you glove? Oh, you. Get to the bench, McDavid. Why don't you score in a Stanley Cup final game, you sack of bones? Can the Panthers keep it in the zone? They can't. But now they're gonna try. Like their mid-ice conversion is just so exciting to watch because their forecheck has so much charisma. Bennett now gets it all the way to Reinhardt. I don't even think Bennett's on the ice. That was Rodriguez. Oh, that's gonna be an icing. The Panthers absolutely. The Panthers, they have the Oilers panicking so hard right now. The Oilers scored 2 goals first in the first 8 minutes of this hockey game, and then the Panthers score 1 goal. And now the Oilers are shook. Oh, I couldn't tell if that guy's Oilers jersey was really messy. Like it looked like a bunch of like puck stains, or then like it looked a little closer. And it looked like it was actually, it looked like it was like legitimately just a bunch of signatures. I've always been afraid about bringing like a jersey with a bunch of signatures to a hockey game and someone spilling a beer on it. I would die. And I mean, like, what's somebody gonna do, dude? I just like, yeah, sorry, and just run away. What are you gonna do? Buy someone's jersey? Oh, that puck went right in front of Skinner. That Panthers player almost got a stick on it. If he would have got a stick on it, it was gonna be over. Oilers the breakaway. Oh my God, does go in. Who scored? 55, Dylan Holloway. Oilers take another 2-goal lead. It looked like Bobrovsky was going to save that, but he didn't. Oh my goodness. Oilers go up 3-1 in this hockey game already. That was Draisaitl. Passes it. Oh, and it goes right through the armpit of Bobrovsky. Ekblad gets beat bad. Ekblad was out of position. Just like that. 4 goals. The Oilers have now scored twice the amount of goals that they scored in the first 2 games. Almost twice the amount of goals that they've scored all series. This is the same amount of goals that they scored in game 3. 3 goals. Panthers showing signs of weakness, but at the same time, they have also shown that they're attacking at every possible moment. But the puck luck is finally starting to show in the Oilers' favor right now. If you're the Panthers, you're not scared, but 1 more goal is absolutely going to knock you off the tee, especially considering it's the first period. Now it's a series of 7 games for a reason. Sometimes puck luck just happens and it can really knock you out of it. But if the Panthers, if you're able to score 1 more goal in this period, you're gonna shut these Oilers fans up yet again. And if you're the Panthers, that's what you got to remember. You score 1 more goal, you play your game. Remember how easy this Oilers team can get in their head. Just remind yourself of how you've been consistent through this entire series, and that consistency is what puts you in this position. Oh, Ekman Larson. Oh, the penalty? No. Oilers going, man, this puck's going all over the place. Panthers unable to control it. Oilers almost getting it back in the zone. Offsides? I just hear beep 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 beep. I just hear beeps. All I hear is beeps. Yo, chat. Do you think I have the prophecy? Are the Oilers going to win now? The next team that scores? I can't believe that went in. I can't believe Yanmark scored right there. Or that wasn't Yanmark, that was Holloway. Holloway. So many different hollows. Oh, I can't believe that. I'm going to take 1 more bite of my popcorn. And then I'm going to go wash my hands because there's a commercial break. All right, moving two hands of popcorn. I'm gonna wash my hands.
You need help opening the door?
No,
Okay.
my kernels aren't that tasty though. Uh, all right, all right. We cake is not going too far away. Panthers, like you gotta stay locked in. All right, but they gotta get Muscle Boy out of here by now. We get it. You're rich. Your parents are rich. You've gone to every Stanley Cup final game. I'm so proud of you, Muscle Boy. I'm so proud of you. Am I a jealous older fan? Absolutely. Is this going to be a moment of your lifetime that you're going to remember? Absolutely. Panthers ice in this puck. Oilers have only taken 10 shots in this hockey game. 33% chance to convert right now. That's pretty daunting when you honestly think about it. That's a huge conversion ratio. 33% on three goal, like a Stanley Cup final game where you have taken up to 35 shots and not been able to beat Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky wasn't beat for the first 70 minutes of the series. Don't forget that. Bobrovsky didn't let in a single goal for the first 70 minutes continuous of this hockey series. All of game one and 10 minutes of game two. And watch the Oilers. They get so caught up in their defensive zone that they all clump together, and then the Panthers are going to swag on them. That's another way that the Panthers are still in this game, and another way that the Panthers are still going to be able to control this game. If the Oilers continue to stay in their head and they're playing frantic hockey, like they have to, but they have to remember to play their game and not just clump, because their clumping is going to ultimately defeat them because they're going to be out of position. But the fact the Oilers just haven't beaten Bobrovsky, and now this game, they're Drysdale goes to glove the puck down, but he drops his stick in the process, so he can't get a breakaway. What a hockey game we're witnessing tonight. This is Stanley Cup Finals hockey. Oh, a beautiful shoulder. Sit down. Panthers just doing everything they can to harass this Oilers team. Even though they're down two goals, it feels like they're so much calmer than the Oilers right now. That they're just like, you know what? All right, we're gonna play our game. We're gonna keep forechecking hard. We're gonna do we're gonna lock in. We're gonna play our game, and we're gonna make sure that we're gonna stay competitive, and we're gonna try and win this hockey game. That's it. That's absolutely it. That's all I can say right now. Dang, why does this look like this? All right, that's a little better. So it's extremely impressive. Essentially, exactly what I'm saying right now is it's very impressive that Bobrovsky has been beaten so badly so far tonight. A weak slapper from the point from the Panthers just goes squeaking by, doesn't really do anything. However, the Panthers do stop the Oilers' attack in the neutral zone. They regain the puck. They've taken 13 shots and have one goal. But they do get a nasty redirect on net. So they're constantly applying pressure. And that puck luck's going to break through. Now, no diss to Skinner, but he's not a Sergei Bobrovsky. He doesn't have his talent, or or at least has not been in the NHL long enough to display that talent. He's a He's an okay goalie. I'd say maybe a B minus goalie that's getting carried by a high power offense. And when challenged by a team that can pick defenses apart or expose weak defenses like the Panthers, because they're so deep and so fast that your the other team's defense is not going to be able to defend them because they're just so fast. Oh, Skinner, playing the puck with your stick. We know what happened last time you tried to play the puck behind the net. Now, obviously, that time wasn't behind the net. You choked a big opportunity. A huge opportunity. We gotta take a picture of this. Yeah, yeah. Oh, there's an auto update for my camera. You know I'm updating my cam. Dude. I update everything. I'm all about my updates, everybody. I'm always updating my phone. I'm always updating my stuff. I want all the features. Give me every feature I can have. Give me the features. I want the ultimate phone. Got a bunch of updates over here. Excuse me. Excuse me, everybody. Excuse me. Like I said, I'm still getting over my cold right now, so I can't get as hyped as I would like to be. I'm trying to be hype. I hope you can all understand that I'm trying to be hyped, but I'm sure you can hear a little bit of clog in the schnoz. I got a clog in the schnoz. Yeah, okay. We're gonna get back into X, and we gotta pull up. Yeah, Panthers. What are Panthers fans saying right now? There's a lot of hockey left. Everyone is like, Panthers are gonna come back. You just gotta lock in, play your game. Yeah, and for me, I mean, and the Oilers keep that energy up. Pump it, Oilers. All luck and you know it. You know that's the Panthers fan right there. Advantage Panthers. Connor McJesus. McJesus over there. Oh my gosh, you just gotta want like I don't even know what you feel like if you're like in the Oilers locker room right now. Because the way that goal completely silenced your entire momentum, and it was just one goal, right? It was just one goal that silenced your entire momentum. And that one goal, I mean, you were still up by one. But you can just tell that this Oilers team is a team that's going to ride or die by their enthusiasm. They're either going to feel really good about themselves and be like, you know what, we're absolutely going to crush it. And we're confident that we're going to crush it. But it just feels like the Panthers are going to score, and it feels like they're just going to start doubting themselves. That's honestly what it feels like. And it's a weird feeling that like yeah, you're down 3-0 in an NHL Stanley Cup final. There hasn't been a reverse sweep since like the 1940s. It was like 1947. It was the Toronto Maple Leafs that reverse swept the Detroit Red Wings, is what I heard. That's such a excuse me. That is the statistic that keeps getting sent around the NHL. Is That's what needs to happen. You know, we were trying to load up some Call of Duty Mobile to play this during the period intermission, but we're also going to talk about the statistics. So while we're loading up that Call of Duty Mobile, let's take a look at look at these stats, everybody. Shots on goal, you got 14 shots by the Florida Panthers, 10 shots by the Edmonton Oilers right now. So obviously, Panthers 1 for 14, but the Oilers still, they haven't like gotten a shot on net. I feel like in a solid like 5 minutes, it kind of feels like, but still a 33% chance that you're going to score is insane with 3 goals. Now keep in mind, Bobrovsky faced 34 shots in game one, didn't let in a single goal. Not a single goal. Now he's faced 10 shots and he's let in 3 goals. A lot of puck luck right now. So do you trust this puck luck? Are you riding the wave of this puck luck? Do you feel like this puck luck? That was an accident by Weekaken. Do you feel like this puck luck is like actually going to like help the team like vibe? Do you think that's gonna? Oh, they probably took out the game mode I like. No, Call of Duty Mobile be stupid. I play it. They put in my favorite game mode. They take it out. I don't know why they ever take that game mode out. It's the only thing worth playing. It's the only thing worth playing. Now they're all chatting right now about Oilers got to keep the foot in the gas, and the Panthers they got to do the complete opposite. The Panthers have to continue to keep shooting. We got to keep going in these stats. I got distracted with Call of Duty. Oilers though, they're winning the faceoffs. Now getting that puck, of course, is going to be the most important part about this hockey match because being able to convert and be able to attack is huge. Now the scary thing for the Oilers, though, however, is that they've been getting caught lacking. Now, the shorthanded goals in the series have absolutely been the determining factor with kind of the way that the game has swayed. The Oilers have never really held a commanding lead in this entire hockey series for the Stanley Cup final. They've just been getting obliterated. If not, oh, they score first, and then the Panthers just shove 3 goals down their throat, or a couple goals down their throat. It's been like that. The the good feelings in Edmonton have not been long and far out. So if you're an Oiler fan, you're gripping the edge of your seat this entire game. You don't feel safe at all. That 2 goal lead that you had, you instantly watched that get shattered. It was got cut to a 1 goal lead. Yes, you score the other goal, go up 2 goals again, but you know how this Florida Panthers team's just been pampering. I mean, 14 shots. I mean, you have 10 shots. So if you are an Oilers fan, I guess that's a good thing for you to look at. You're only 4 shots behind the Panthers, and you have 2 more goals to show for it. Now the hits, the Panthers have 18 hits to your 15, so the Panthers are still trying to grind you out. But you're staying competitive with that hits. You're going to maintain a physical series. You're trying to show the Panthers that you're not going to get bullied, and I think that's really important. But it's also one of those things that if you start playing their game and you try to go hit for hit, you might get pulled off the puck. You could get put into a position to where you're less likely to be in position, and that could ultimately hurt you as a hockey team and a hockey organization because if you're out of position more often than not, well, that's not good. Yo, if you're here in the chat, please drop a like. Thanks for stopping by. I'm having a really good time talking hockey. I hope you can understand I'm doing the best I can with how I'm feeling, which of course is still a little under the weather. Now the block shots too. Oilers have 11 block shots, so they're doing everything they can now. They're playing a physical game as much as they can. They're hitting, they're checking, the forechecks there. They're they're they know that they don't have a choice, and they're just gonna keep. There's Britt. Hello, go Cats. Meow. Well, hey Britt, thanks for stopping on by. That's a very pretty profile picture. And I'm not being creepy. That just might happen to be my girlfriend. So supporting her man, supporting her man. Give me one moment while oh, the rat control. That's funny. I just got to blow the schnoz. I'm going to do that off stream for a second. So give me like 10 seconds to blow the schnoz. All right. I'll be back here. We going to be hyped. We going to be caking. We having a fantastic time tonight in this hockey stream. Viewers, if you're here, you got to let me know who's taking the stream. Come on, man. Who's taking it? Who's taking it? Who's taking this game? Are Oilers going to get their first win or the Panthers winning the Stanley Cup? All right. We coming back. We coming back. We coming back. Well, actually, you know what? Give me like 2 more minutes. Gonna take a small bathroom break because we're at the period intermission. And I'll be back to talk more hockey. All right. Bathroom is done. The hands are washed. I'm coming back on the stream. We Caking is here. Yeah, buddy. We Caking is here. We Caking is here. Yeah. The girlfriend's making sure I do the stream thing right, that I unmute myself. I'm doing what I can. I gotta check the chat. Yo, chat. Who is pulling this game off tonight? Panthers sweep or Oilers only win? I predict Panthers in 5. I think the Oilers are going to win tonight. I think they're going to put it all out on the line, but I think that they're going to come principle. That's what Jet Saber loves saying. Jet Saber loves saying that. It's funny to me. Right.
Awesome.
I know. 5 minutes till we get back to this hockey game right now. Oilers, I mean, this is going to continue to be a physical series. This is going to continue to be a series to where both of these teams are going to be battling as hard as they possibly can. I mean, obviously that goes without saying. The mom needs the link. My mom needs the link, everybody. She cannot find the hockey game without the link. Classic Ma. It's all right. I told her to subscribe, everybody. My mom's like, I don't know how to click all these buttons. I don't know. That's exactly how it sounds. Hop on in, Ma. Come on, Ma. I gotta unless I email my pops, so he doesn't know when anything's working. All right. Come on, Pops. Hop on in. NHL Stanley Cup Finals, Game 4. Gotta let the family know that you're live. Gotta let the family know that you are working on your dream. And for everybody that's here today, here this evening, I'm so grateful that you're taking time out of your evening to stop by, talk hockey, watch hockey with me. I've been working really hard, and I hope everybody can really understand that, like, yo, I worked from the backdrop Yo, if you're here tonight, look at this backdrop. This was hard. This is the Minnesota backdrop of the stuff that I kind of care about. So, well, I do like I care about it, but like to varying different levels, right? So right here we have the Minnesota United. That is our soccer team. So the Minnesota the Minnesota United over here. The Loons, that's our soccer team. The Minnesota Rocker is our Call of Duty esports team. They played them tomorrow, which is Sunday. So you got to watch our Call of Duty team because we're trying to make it to champs, everybody. We're trying to make it to Call of Duty championship. And then we got the Minnesota Wild. Everybody knows this. If you're a hockey fan, you know that is the Minnesota hockey team. Not the first one the Minnesota has had, but it's the one we got right now, right? And then the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm not much of a basketball fan, but I am a big fan of neon green, and that's a neon green and gold hat. It's almost like it's my favorite color combination. I like it quite a bit. It's very, very, very pretty. And then, of course, we're wearing the Coyotes. It's Arizona, but like I said, I'm wearing the Coyotes hat. This could be the last time that I wear Coyotes gear during a year that they actually played. The Coyotes are going to be season. You got Utah Hockey Club, Utah Hockey this, Utah that, Utah. Let's see what everybody else on social media is saying about this hockey game. Oilers trying to hype up their team. Oh, that's funny. Someone's roasting their desk right now because the desk, you look at the NBA championship, they got some big old official desk right here. You look at the NHL, it's just some coffee table. That's pretty funny. That's really funny.
But
They're trying to they're chanting Sergey like they're trying to make fun of him and like intimidate him. Maybe remind you, Oilers, that you're down 3 games. You're gonna start chanting a goalie. I bet you anything I mean, so because I did say next goal wins, so I do think the Oilers are coming away with the win tonight. But all it takes is the Panthers just need to score 1 goal. If the Panthers score one more goal, the Oilers they're gonna get in their heads. I know that's going to happen. The Oilers are gonna get in their heads. McDavid I don't think McDavid has it in him to stay locked in anymore. I think McDavid's he's letting all the speculations eat him alive. Now Aaron Ekblad, unfortunately, just out of position, lets Leon Draisaitl get that puck, and he sends it to Holloway to get that third goal. That was a really, really poor goal to let in for that third goal. Here we go. We got the start of the second period of this hockey game. Game 4. Oilers already controlling it. Drysdale tries to get it to the front of the net. That won't get there. Oilers are going to try to calm it down a little bit, but still trying to make sure that they can use their speed to be deadly. I think that's what you got to do. You got to have a lot more reserved plays. If you're frantic, if you're out of position, that's why the Panthers have been crushing you. What's going on with my phone? Thank you so much for everybody that stopped by the chat and that you're giving me the thumbs up. If you're here watching, if you're here viewing, you could there's a follow button, there's a subscribe button if you really want to support me. I mean, if you're here already, I really appreciate the support. This means everything to me that everyone's coming out tonight, watching some hockey. And it's a great thing to watch hockey with others. Sharing the love of hockey is just such a good feeling. Panthers with 14 shots. 14 shots and just one goal. But you got to feel good that you've got some sort of production, but you've been getting really darn close with some other catching the Oilers. Panthers have been doing a spectacular job catching the Oilers off guard and just making sure that they're just always attacking. Kachuk over here. Mm. 2 minutes down in this period. No, just 1 minute. I'm getting way ahead of myself. Oh, McDavid gets a goal. McDavid's first goal. Now they can't say McDavid is trash. The the Oilers are blowing this game open 4-1 right now. Finally, one of the Oilers' big five gets on the board, and these Oilers fans are going to let the Panthers hear about it now. That's an opportunity that you can't give away. Some sloppy hockey. Ekblad decides to board some guy. Kachuk can't get. What happens to that play? Kachuk passes it and it gets intercepted by an Oiler. They send a give and go stretch pass. Hyman to McDavid. Verhage can't get there. Bobrovsky can't make the save. Finally, the Oilers stars are starting to get on the board. Bobrovsky starting to show weakness. And the Panthers are seeing their window of opportunity start to slowly drip away. And if you're McDavid, you needed that one for your confidence. And now I don't think the Panthers are coming back in this game at all anymore. This game may have been decided in the first period, let alone 8 minutes in the first period by the Edmonton Oilers. But if you're the Panthers, that Stanley Cup still, like, that Stanley Cup is in the building. You could get awarded that Stanley Cup tonight. McDavid just smashes that puck right over Bobrovsky, and just like that, Oilers with a commanding 4-1 lead. This is the exact lead that the Panthers had in game 3. 4-1. And the Oilers end up coming back to make it a close game, 3-4. First time Bobrovsky showing weakness. This is so many goals, 4 goals now on Bobrovsky. Panthers are not going to be feeling too good about this at all right now. And now we just got to see what happens. If the Panthers can score another goal within the next 5 minutes, the Oilers are gonna get real scared. Right there, if the Panthers start getting opportunities, but now the Oilers have life, and they're like, you know what, we're gonna drain as many goals down Bobrovsky's throat as we possibly can. I don't think Bobrovsky will even get pulled if it goes down like 6-1. But what the Panthers can't do is the Panthers can't let the Oilers dictate the pace of this hockey game, which is I think what is going to start to happen right now. I think that the Oilers are going to start to put on the boosters, and the Panthers aren't going to be able to keep up with them. McDavid's confidence is coming back. Draisaitl's confidence is going to be right behind him, and Hyman's also going to start. He's going to start feeling the flow as well. You got to watch out for all those different players right now, because the confidence level of these hockey players right now, especially when you have less shots than the team that's winning the series. You have 4 goals on 13 shots. It's like a goal every 3 shots. You still have a ridiculous shot to goal percentage. It's insane right now. Poor kitty cats right now can't figure it out. They're a bunch of scaredy cats. They got to figure it out because they're drowning in this oil. Montour is going to shoot it on in. Can the Panthers pick it up? Here we go, Panthers. Backhanded opportunity. That's going to bounce right off Skinner. They keep it in the zone. Mikola sends it along to Rodriguez. He's going to get pinned. Tries to send it along, but Drysdale's going to take it along, sends it on up. They get a shot on Bobrovsky. That's just going to ricochet right on off. Panthers going for another attack. But you're going to notice how, like I said earlier, the Oilers, they were playing some frantic defense where they're getting like 4 or 5 Oilers back into some other 2 Panthers because they know they can't let the Panthers convert. They know they can't let their spirits get down. Oilers can't keep it in their own zone. They're going to send it all the way back down their own zone. But you got to think about the way the Panthers got some of that puck luck. The Panthers got some puck luck last game when Skinner came out of the net, couldn't handle the puck. He couldn't handle that puck, and where that puck end up in the back of the net within seconds. Now the Oilers are getting the puck luck. They're finally being able to showcase it here. Right, Drysdale right here. Right, blocker save Bobrovsky. So that could have just blown the net open right there. Panthers have to be very careful that these Oilers stars are starting to get their opportunities right now. And that's honestly that's going to be the determining factor. You get if they get another goal, man, you got to be very, very, very careful. You got to be very, very, very careful right now. Jan says the Panthers are in trouble. And I can see or the Panthers are in trouble. I mean, you got you got 2 games essentially to kind of burn and like wear them on out. But you can't let them win 3 games in a row. You can't let the reverse sweep be a right there. Darnell Nurse, 5-1 hockey game. Panthers, I don't know what you do right now. You pull Bobrovsky, and that's going to shatter your confidence. But at the same time, is it going to allow for a mental reset for the Panthers? So if you're Paul Maurice, do you pull Bobrovsky after getting 5 goals shoved down your throat in 15 minutes of the hockey game? They've almost doubled the amount. This is the amount. So the Oilers in Game 4 have scored as many goals as they had in the combination games 1, 2, and 3. They scored 5 goals combined in games 1 through 3. And now oh, here it comes. Yes. Bobrovsky is getting pulled, everybody. Bobrovsky just got pulled. Oh, oh man. Lokrovsky needs a mental reset. Could this pull shift the series that drastically? God, Axe, you're so drastically. It's a Jurassically. I can't believe that. Bobrovsky just got chased, everybody. 5 goals on 17 shots. Bobrovsky what did have like the best save percentage, the 6th best save percentage in Stanley Cup history before going into this game. That statistic is obviously now just a complete afterthought. 5 goals in the first 15 minutes of this hockey game. And pretty much what Paul Maurice is doing right now is he's going to force Sergei Bobrovsky to get a mental reset. He's going to let him check out of this game and say, hey, there's a reason why it's a 1-7. Or sorry, 1-4. It's a 7-game series. I mean, the Oilers, you don't have a choice to be fired up right now, Jan. You're absolutely right. That crowd is loud, drunk, maybe a little high, but they are rowdy right now. And they know that they got to support their Oilers right now because it's all or nothing. This is all or nothing right now for the Oilers. You have to you have to come through. You got to show up. You got to compete. You got to start playing some hockey. And they did. I can't believe we just saw Bobrovsky get chased. Oh man, I can't believe that. I can't. 5 goals on 11 shots. That's insane. I can't believe that for a second. That's a crazy stat. That's a 50% goal ratio. 5 goals on 11 shots. That's rough. That's when you know you're shook. That's when you know it's not your game. Oh, those little candy sharks looked great. The Sonic commercial, that was kind of cool. Look at the little sharkies in the cup in the middle of on the team. Oh, he missed it. They had little sharkies in the cup.
Got my Sonic skills. Kindly get over them, son.
I'll never get over your Sonic
You're
skills.
wearing Sonic colors right now.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you have a
Am
blue
I wearing
shirt.
Panther colors or Oiler colors?
Sonic colors.
Sonic colors? I don't.
Yeah, your hat matches his shoes. Sonic colors.
His hat is red. Or his shoes are red,
Yeah.
not crimson maroon or whatever. If you're Stolars right now, you're literally like that. That's the Panthers' backup goalie. You've been thinking like, so I'm just gonna sit on this bench and get my name in the cup, right? Nope. Now you got to play. And now, I mean, you got to try to like keep your team's morale in this game a little bit. And if you're the Panthers, you're not really going to exhaust yourself. I mean, that cup's still in the building. If there's a team that's really good at scoring 4 goals in a row, it's the Panthers. If the Panthers, if this period ends 3-5, Panthers still have a shot. If this period ends 5-1 or 6-2, Oilers got it. There's no way the Panthers are coming back from that. And the other thing is like if you're the Panthers, you don't want to exhaust yourself either. You got to make sure that you have energy, especially with that plane trip all the way back to Florida. Maybe you just want to win in your home crowd. Honestly, I'm not mad if the Panthers don't sweep. I don't care if the Panthers sweep the series. What I do care about is if Sergei Bobrovsky has the confidence to win the series in 5 games. And that's my fear is that when you get blasted that badly, 5 goals and 11 shots, your confidence could be tanked. That confidence might not come back. Even though you're up 3-0, which might be 3-1, that confidence could be rocked. What are we doing over here, refs? And honestly, I think we're just gonna see some really boring hockey until there's if the Panthers go on the power play, if they score, they're gonna have a shot. I mean, this is just all momentum right now. Panthers need they need a momentum shift. I just don't think it's possible. The Panthers didn't even try to get that puck. Is that Fogel? He actually stole that puck and just skated all the way around them. And the Panthers, you could definitely tell they're checking out. They're not trying as hard, and you shouldn't. But at the same time, like you're still playing. And you don't want to you don't want to tell yourself that you can't do it right. There's still proving to yourself like, hey, they've kind of been solving us right now. They're not letting us compete. They're not letting us score. They're not letting us produce. That's frustrating. But if you're still able to score, if you're still able to get a couple of goals, I mean, that's a completely different feeling, right? Who would have thought? I still can't believe where we're at right now. But I mean, if you're Mark Messier and if you're Wayne Gretzky watching this right now, you're just like, finally, McJesus is showing up, get the monkey off his back, so to say. Long stretch pass, but he couldn't get the puck on his stick. Interference penalty. Brown gets taken down. Oilers are going to blow the lid off this roof. Ekman Larson to the bench. This could be it, everybody. Oilers go up 6-1 in this hockey game. That would be crazy. Ekman, so Ekman Larson just goes like, you know what? I'm just gonna slash this guy in his skates. Hockey's a really weird sport where it's all about honor until it's not. Yeah, it's all about honor, and then it's all about like lying about why you're honorable. Yeah, I see deserved it. Well, all this like, well, all everyone thinks they're in the right in hockey. It's always so interesting when people just blatantly break the rules and like, you know what? I'm gonna injure this guy. I'm gonna chop. I mean, like Sidney Crosby chopping some dude's finger off literally, and it's hanging by a hanging. That was gross. It almost looked like McDavid scored right there, but he didn't. A minute 30 to go in this power play, but it's gonna squeak right past Boussard. Gonna go to neutral ice. McDavid passes it to Nudgkins. Bouchard's got it. Sends it back shot. Stallars holds on to it. And we get the whistle. But right now, the Oilers do have their first power play unit on right now. They're not playing around. They want to let the Panthers know how serious they are. And the Oilers also, I think they're doing this for their own confidence, though. You put that first power play unit on, you go up 6-1 against this team. I don't know if it's sending a message, but I think the most it's doing is just reminding you that you guys can score. Reminding your team that you guys can score, that you got to the Stanley Cup Finals, and that you deserve to be here. And for the Oilers, that's so important because there's a lot of players that are that have been starting to doubt themselves in this playoffs. And as long as there's still games to be played, there's still hope. If you got to the Stanley Cup final, you've already beaten, you've already gotten 12 other wins. One way or another, you got those wins. You've earned your spot here. You're still in this. It's not like it's the NBA talking about these Timberwolves, right? Where teams have come back to reverse sweep their opponents. Here in hockey, it's been a thing. I mean, of course, it hasn't happened in about 70 years, 80 years. Doesn't mean it's not a possibility. And I hate to say it, but if there's a team that could do it, it's the Oilers. A team that has the scary duo of McDavid and Draisaitl. I mean, they don't call him McJesus for nothing, right? McJesus can make miracles. McJesus can determine destiny. Bobrovsky over here, he can't. That's a lot for that guy to deal with right now. Just blocking everything to just getting blown wide open. You think you're gonna lift the cup tonight, and then you're not. And there's no way the Panthers are lifting the cup tonight. Not with this many goals jammed down their throat. The Panthers, there's half the game's gone by, so there's 9 minutes left in the second period. 9 minutes left in the second period, and they got at least 4 goals to go to catch up. I just don't see that happening. And those are some happy Oilers fans over there, and I'm glad to see it. You'd hate to see a team with Connor McDavid not win a single game, right? You want to see him have at least some sort of hope, so when he loses, when he ultimately does lose, it's not like a. You don't want to see McDavid just like completely unhappy. As much fun as it is to see McDavid hating life, you also you know what? I want it to be a good series. Like I want to see more hockey, and we got to remember though, like once this ends, we don't get hockey till October. We're not going to get hockey till October, so we're not going to get hockey for like 3 months. I gotta get some. I gotta blow my nose again, everybody. Blow my nose, excuse me, just stepping off the camera for a second. You know I ain't going anywhere with this hockey game. The Panthers are still a scary offense. If the Panthers pull off this win tonight, oh man, that would be a breakdown, wouldn't it? All right, everybody, just got done blowing my nose, but I'm gonna get some lotion. My sniffer is a little sore right now. A little sore sniffer. Hockey game, still raging. Hockey game, still raging. And and if you're the Panthers, I mean, you can't give up. You can still get like puck luck is kind of. I want to say no. You've been getting some really talented goals. I gotta admit it. There's not really much puck luck. If you get a power play, possibly, right? Man, Tuesday. That means I'm not gonna be able to talk to my pops on Tuesday. I'll be streaming. Friday, I won't be able to go to the card shop. Oh man. So honestly, I want the Panthers to just win. As much as I want more hockey, I'm like, you know what? I also need my summer. All right there. The Panthers are just. Ooh, he kept digging it. Yeah, Kachuk wants to beat the crap out of McDavid, and I love it. He's getting some punches on McDavid. It looked like Kachuk was punching McDavid. I want to see some rough stuff. I would really like to see some rough stuff. Bennett's punching McDavid. Oh, the friends there. McDavid's laughing at Bennett right now. He can't, he's Bennett's giving McDavid some rough stuff, and McDavid's just laughing at him. Ekman Larson, folks, drop the glove, somebody. We need to see a fight in the Stanley Cup final. Come on, guys. It's the hockey game. It's the hockey game. Tell me another sport that you can just fight and ignore the actual sport. McDavid's loving it right now. He knows he's pissed off the Panthers, and he knows that the Panthers, when aggravated, they're just going to play some really, really. I'll be real. The Panthers, like Kachuk's going to try to get under your skin, and he's obviously mad. 5-on-3. Panthers just want to get absolutely blown open wide. Yeah, Kachuk's like, you know what? I'm going to punch McDavid in the face a few times. And that's why it's really hard to like Kachuk if you're a Panther fan. You're like, I like Huberdeau a lot. But then you're like, oh, but Kachuk's getting you closer to actually winning. So, I mean, it's one of those things. It's like, as much as he liked Huberdeau, he didn't get you the Stanley Cup Finals 2 years in a row. Kachuk did. This is where the hockey game ends. The Oilers are going to score on this power play. I mean, 5-on-3. And then after that, though, I think Kachuk's going to get thrown out of the game ultimately because there's nothing that's going to stop him from taking another penalty. There's nothing that's going to stop him from taking another penalty if this is a 6-1 hockey game. This Panthers bench is going to start clearing on out because the Panther players are going to start fighting. And then the refs are just going to start tossing Panther players. We're going to watch this hockey game sink into degeneracy. We're going to watch the Panthers just. Bennett and Kachuk are definitely going to start doing some rough stuff. I can tell. McDavid gets it in. Drop into Draisaitl, play a little catch. McDavid gets it to the front. Tip from Hyman goes wide. Bouchard and McDavid. Back to Draisaitl. Shot goes off the boards. McDavid picks it back up. Passes to Bouchard. McDavid, Draisaitl, Bouchard smackarooski off the back of the boards again. It would help if the Oilers could get a shot on the net. McDavid to Nudgkins, back to McDavid. The puck's bouncing though. Ekblad slows it down, but McDavid gets it back. Nudgkins circles around, surveying. Bouchard ripper. Panthers block. Draisaitl tries to figure it out. Can't. 45 seconds to go as Bouchard sends it to McDavid. McDavid skates around in, tries to send it to the front. No good opportunities. Back to McDavid. Draisaitl with the ripper. Panthers let in a goal. It goes right off the back of Stolarz. And right then, right there, we have a 6-1 hockey game. This hockey game is over. Panthers know it. Oilers know it. There's going to be a lot of players that are going to get thrown out of this hockey game. There's Sergei Bobrovsky can't believe it. He knows that this is all on his back. Oilers aren't going to celebrate this one. Is this hockey game is pretty much over. 6-1. Wow, I cannot believe that. Draisaitl banks the puck off the back of Stolarz. It just lands on his back, rolls down, falls right behind him. Oh no, it goes off Stolarz' left elbow, bounces up, then falls along his back. And then it looks like Nudgkin skates on in and just drains that goal. 6-1 hockey game. How is that for confidence, Oilers? Oilers are just pounding these goals on it. I can't believe this is a Stanley Cup Finals game right now. 6-1. We thought it was going to be the completely other way around, but I'm definitely going to be streaming Tuesday, it seems like. If the Panthers are just kind of going to grind this game out, they're just going to keep getting rid of this puck, there's no way they're scoring 7 goals. There's no way that's happening. But now, if you're the Oilers, you got to wonder how many times you're going to keep playing McDavid, Draisaitl, Hyman, because essentially, you can't let the Panthers are going to start giving you some real bad attitude. It's gonna come. I mean, you're already seeing it right now. And if the Panthers continue to give you bad attitude, it's very, 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 very possible that one of your stars could get injured, and that would be the last thing you want if you're the Oilers. Panthers, though, are very, very used to not having people believe in them. They're very used to being down in hockey games. I've been watching the Panthers very closely for the last 5 years. I've turned into a Panthers fan watching them be down 0-4 and score 4 goals straight. If there's any team that can come down from a large deficit, it's the Panthers. But when the deficit is this large, it's the likeliness of it happening is just so close to none. And now they're just coughing the puck up. They almost were able to exit the zone. They do a no look pass and they give up a high danger opportunity. This is kind of the boring part of a Stanley Cup final game, honestly, when it's game 4 and you're just like, well, the team that's down 3 games is blowing the lid off the roof 6-1. So now it just feels like both teams aren't going to try. But at the same time, the Oilers are like, well, we got to keep trying our hardest because we know if we lose, we lose. So the Oilers are like, yeah, we're going to just keep shoving goals on. We're going to get our confidence up. We're we finally broke Bobrovsky. He got pulled in the 2 minutes into the second period. It was bad. Bobrovsky just doesn't know what to. He looks like he's on a different planet right now. He doesn't look like he can comprehend where he's at in his career right now. Who would have guessed Sergei Bobrovsky just gets absolutely embarrassed in this match. Hey chat, I mean they're gonna start Bobrovsky in game 5, but I mean this style like losing 2-1. Okay, darn, it was still a close game. How many goals? Well, is there any amount of goals? And like, oh, I guess like this is where that mental toughness is like, hey, it doesn't matter how many goals you lose. It was one hockey game, right? Puck luck happens. You guys shredded this team 3 games in a row. Do that? Can they get a lucky win? Can they get a win where the puck luck starts adding up? Absolutely. But you gotta examine like, hey, is this all puck luck or is some bad plays? And there's definitely some bad plays. I mean, Montour's sliding into Bobrovsky did not help them in the beginning, I'll tell you that. But the Panthers have some very talented goal scorers. So they're not. Oh, that puck comes right out of that zone. Panther players are obvious. They're definitely checked right now. They're definitely checked. And what do you say in that locker room if you are Paul Maurice, the coach of the Panthers right now? Hey guys, we're gonna still grind them. I think what you just do is you keep hitting. You keep playing that physical game. You keep letting them know that like you let them know that you're there. You let them know that like, hey, even though you're winning, we're still gonna grind you. We're still gonna let you know this is a physical series. We're still gonna hit you. We're still gonna we're still gonna wane your body down. Rat control Oiler fans over here, kissing their shoes and doing all sorts of dirty things. I mean that I want to be kissing my sneakers. Honestly, I'd rather see McDavid's name on the cup than Kachuk. I got to be real with that. But I like the Panthers, so I'm stuck. You like every when there's like, and that's like the thing with like the Bruins, because the Bruins could have some really cool teams that you're like, oh, but they have Marchand. So in the chat, let me know if are there hockey teams that you're like, oh, they got some really cool players, and you're like, oh, is there what's one reason why you don't like this team? And like for the Penguins, everyone's like, it's Crosby. I hate Crosby. He's such a Crosby. Crosby this, Crosby that, and people are like, you're just mad that Crosby's a hockey god. I gotta I gotta fix up the circle over here, everybody. The circle's not looking as good as it possibly could. Gotta get the maybe I gotta take these. No, we gotta take the Panthers down. We're retiring the Panthers. We're gonna put up the Oilers now, everybody, because obviously the Panthers choked their opportunity to sweep the series, which I'm pretty thankful for. I want more hockey. I want more hockey, and more. The way I get more hockey is by the Panthers losing. But then it also shows off my superior hockey intellect by guessing how many games it's going to take the Panthers to win. Hua, 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 hua.
Push it to game 7. How would you feel?
I'd be disgusted if it went to game 7. So if it goes to game 7, it's the momentum shift. That's when you're going to quit believing in yourself, and that's when you're going to be like nervous and anxious, and you're not going to be playing your best hockey.
You think so?
If you're the Panthers,
I feel like
if you choke 3 games, you're absolutely not going to be playing your best hockey.
well, let's say they lose.
Well, there's only one way to go to game 7 is by losing three
No,
games straight.
no, what
So if you win 3 games straight and then lose 3 games straight, you're not feeling too good. That momentum swing is completely in the Oilers. They're going to start believing in themselves. And then the other part, though, if this goes to game 7, well, your number one goalie, Sergei Bobrovsky, that's literally carried you through the entire playoffs, now has a chip on his shoulder. Who do you choose for that game 7? Do you choose the goalie that's gotten you all the way there, or do you, but then is having a mental breakdown?
I
You
suppose.
get all the way to the end, and then you start breaking. Like that's a huge thing to choose, and I would not know what to choose if I was the coach.
I suppose I was anticipating that if the Cats did push, let it go to game 7, that I
The
would.
Cats are cheap tonight. Have you seen Matthew Kachuk play? Matthew Kachuk. It's such a frustrating thing when there's one player that just taints a team. It's Matthew Kachuk. He's just that talented player that also knows how to play dirty. And then that's the stupid thing about hockey. I mean, think about it though. Is it Matthew Kachuk's fault or is it the way that games are officiated? I mean, referees could easily just throw players out of hockey games that play rough or that play dirty. But still the fact that but you also Jan, you also have to take this into consideration, right? So they're like hockey is known for having rough stuff after the play, like punching, fighting, all this kind of pushing and shoving, all sorts of this stuff after the whistle. Is it something that is legal? there's this really gray area in hockey where it's like be a man and deal with it, but also play by the rules. So that it works like that in hockey, right? That's a thing. But then you also have to take into consideration the fact that I don't know, there's been some really, really big and dangerous elbows. Like I don't know, Draisaitl leaving his feet and elbowing a Panther player in the jaw during the play. So I mean, there's definitely been bad stuff on both sides. Do the Panthers have a player that's known to agitate? Absolutely. Absolutely. And for the rest of this game, the Oilers are just going to keep getting checked and checked and checked. We got 20 seconds left of this second period. And every time the camera keeps going on over to the Kachuk family in the stands, oh, I just get so happy at looking there at Brady Kachuk's brick face as he's upset. Like, oh, we wanted to go on the ice and celebrate with my brother. Not happening. Not happening tonight. You're getting these are scaredy cats right now. And they let this game they let themselves get exposed this game. There's no coming back from being down 6-1 in a Stanley Cup game. That would be that would be like the biggest breakdown ever. Panthers are just kind of, and that's like another thing though. Like you got to be careful about your energy at the end of a hockey game like this because if you don't want to go all out, like you still got to try, but at the same time you don't want to go all out. And you got to think about what's going to be said in both locker rooms right now. The Panthers coach is like, "All right, guys, it's a series of 7. We're going to grind them down, finish your checks, hit them, see what you can get. Hey, you get 2 goals. Momentum's a crazy thing. Just it's extremely, extremely unlikely. Don't. And this is exactly the kind of the way that like the Panthers have been here before, right? But the last time they were here, it was the complete other way around. The Golden Knights were absolutely blowing the lid off the roof on Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Final last year, where the Golden Knights ultimately won 9-3. They destroyed the Panthers. It was embarrassing. It was bad. The Panthers had no bite in that game. I have a strong, strong feeling it's going to be a very, very similar feeling this game, this series. I'm going to open this up for a little bit. My stream room gets so hot, so I got to open the door for a little bit during the period intermission. Can't believe what's going on right now with this game. I mean, I want more hockey? Yes. I absolutely want more hockey. And the other cool thing is that the Panthers, if they win on Tuesday, they win in front of their home crowd. They lose on Tuesday, they're going to get a lot more frantic come Friday. A lot more frantic come Friday. And that level, I mean, I can't say like a level of franticness or whatnot. That's going to be terrifying for the Panthers because when you actually think about it, though, if you start losing these games, like I said, momentum is crazy. The Oilers were pretty much checked. The Oilers were checked out mentally. They weren't believing in themselves. They just knew that it wasn't happening. They weren't getting their goals. But the way that it goes in, the way that this goes in to that next game is so so important because if it was like I said, if it was like a 3-2 or a 2-1, even a 1-0, you're not gonna really get in your head. You're like, all right, that's just a They grind us out. We didn't score. Whatever. We did the same thing to them the first 3 games. Well, now in this series right now, at this point, you don't get that luxury anymore. You don't get to tell yourself like, "Oh man, it was so close," but like they really tried, they really battled back. You got to be very, very, very aware of where you're at. Stanley Cup Finals, Game 4, watch party. Gotta let the Land X know that we still alive, yo. The cats are cheap tonight. No respect for cheap physical attacks. Jan is not. Now, if you've been a, a viewer of the chat or of the stream throughout these Stanley Cup playoffs, you remember that this Jan character has been praising Connor McDavid the entire playoffs. So is this Jan character? Are they biased against the Panthers because they're a McDavid fan? I gotta keep putting on lotion on my poor sniffer. I'm just trying to get past this cold, everybody. It's all I want. Well, maybe if McDavid wins this game, he'll quit looking like a drunken homeless man. Man, McDavid just looks so depressed all the time. And I get I when I go home, if I'm McDavid though, when I go home and I sit in I'd rather go home and sit depressed in a big old mansion than go home and sit in an apartment like myself, right? Or wherever I'm living, I guess at that point in time. It's crazy though. That momentum shift though. Once they got that third goal, excuse me, they knew like, all right, now we're back. We got this lead again. But it's pretty much exactly what happened in the fourth game, or excuse me, the third game. Once the Panthers started rallying, they scored like 3 goals in a little bit of time. And right now, they're just showing that the Panthers just have been leaving their neutral zone way too wide, and that they've been choking up so many crazy opportunities. And the other thing is like once McDavid scored, I think that was a changing point of the series. McDavid's confidence was not where he wanted it to be. McDavid definitely wanted to be like he wanted to be like, you know what, we can do this. We're gonna shred them. I'm in this thing. I'm competitive. However, he hasn't been able to maintain that idea or that thought process just due to the way that this game has really grinded itself. Listening to the guys, so PK Subban, Mark Messier, and whoever this other guy is. No, no, being mean, I guess. I just don't remember your name. I don't think it's Darren Dreger, but regardless, they're talking about how McDavid's goal during this entire series, Bobrovsky's just been blocking those, or the shot just hasn't been on net. It just hasn't been where it should be. Watching Kachuk punch McDavid it's one of those things that's really hard to see because you're like, Both of these guys are really talented. But why, I think the first, okay. Why does McDavid have to get punched in the face for him to smile? Bennett's punching McDavid in the face. He's doing some rough stuff, and McDavid's actually smiling. That's some psychotic stuff because McDavid's been mad this entire series, and I think he finally knows that the agitating team, the Panthers, he's finally get the Oilers actually just performing is getting under the Panthers' skin.
Well, did you see the guy's uni glasses? It's so funny.
The Oilers, though, they got some crazy fans though. I give them respect for that though. I like the fans for the Oilers. They're showing up. They're proud of their team.
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude. The only people that like my tweets or my posts, whatever you want to call them, are stupid bots. Makes me sad. Ooh, they're gonna make a new Millennium on Beanie. Got it. I'm looking at the chat. Everybody, looking at the chat. Dude, I'm buying all of these. Yu-Gi-Oh pack. Yu-Gi-Oh pack body pills. I'm
I
getting.
saw those too.
We're getting every single one of those. Those are so cool. Those are gonna be so beautiful for the backdrop. So right now, Panthers are just gonna try and grind them down. That's it. Panthers are just gonna try and grind them down, and that's it. They're just gonna try and grind them down. This game's over. Oilers, if you're the Oilers, don't play McDavid. Don't play. Just don't play your stars. Just don't do it. We're gonna post that right now. And if you agree with me in the let me know in the chat. Do you agree with me? Do you think the Oilers should play any of their stars for this third period? I think that would be the dumbest possible thing that you could do. You play McDavid, you play Draisaitl, you play Hyman. You're just asking for them to get to face some rough stuff.
What the fuck?
Chat, I need to know right now. Everybody that's in the chat, everybody that's in the chat right now, let me know. Do you think right now, chat, you gotta tell me. You gotta tell me right now, chat. Do you think the Oilers should pull or play, excuse me, their top players? Do you play your top players in this absolute blowout? That's funny. Making Jet Saber happy over there, Nova Lance. You're playing another Machine Dre?
It's the one on Step Step. End of chapter one, I think.
Okay. Oilers are just they're just walking around. It's like, oh man, yeah, we're competing again. It's like you're one game away. You're one game away from losing. They're gonna let this confidence go to their head. I can guarantee you. And if you're Bobrovsky, you haven't lost. You haven't lost a hockey. So what are the Panthers had to defeat the Rangers? I think they crushed them. So let's take a look. Actually, the Panthers. We gotta go. We gotta go to team. Oh F. Teams. Florida Panthers. Oh come on, man. Because this is actually gonna be a really interesting stat. June, May. Sergei Bobrovsky won 6 games in a row. He beat the Rangers 3 games in a row straight. Beat the Oilers 3 games in a row straight. 1 week. So on May 26th was Sergei Bobrovsky's last loss. We're on June 15th. So for half a month, pretty much, Sergei Bobrovsky hasn't lost a hockey game.
Wow.
We're all about interesting stats here on Week Haken. We're always talking about, oh, what is the Jan saying? Tempted to pull, but I'd play them. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what they do. Maybe at least get limited ice time. Maybe put them on because I don't even think you put them on the power play still. It's just you got a 5 goal cushion. I even if the Panthers score 2 goals in the first 2 minutes, they're not coming back. They're not coming back. If I was their coach, I'm not playing them. I don't want them getting injured. You're not going to let your best. I would not want my best weapons to get injured. And you can see anytime McDavid crashes the net, anytime their players crash the net, you got some big old Panther players coming on over and letting you know that they don't like you being next to their net. It's a huge, huge, huge gamble. Let's see if anybody's gotten back to my post. No, nobody. Can't believe this. We got to have a little bit more popcorn. I'll eat my popcorn like a chameleon so I don't have to get my fingers all full of popcorn dust again. I still think it's the funniest thing that the first time that we see Connor McDavid smiling is when he's getting punched in the face by Sam Bennett. He liked that. He liked that he got under his skin. Well, there's no way this game's going to overtime. That would be the biggest collapse I think I'd ever see ever. McDavid a goal, 2 assists from Drysdale, 2 assists from Hyman, and a goal from Nudgkin. So finally, their top 5 really showing up tonight. really showing up, getting their confidence back, getting their groove back. And when you have that much firepower and you've been stymied for that long, absolutely it's going to piss you off. It's going to piss you off, and you're going to try to lock in a lot more than you were before. McDavid starting on the bench for the third period. Week Haken, Game 4 NHL Stanley Cup Final. Edmonton Oilers, Florida Panthers. Barkov takes a shot, but it's going to go 20 feet over the net. Panthers still want to hunt. They're coming. They're still fighting as hard as they can. Paul Maurice is like, hey, you guys, just remember, their goalie is not that great. He's let in a lot of goofy goals. You get a couple quick ones, put them on their heels. Let just like that. Power play. Power play in the first 30 seconds for the Panthers. I don't want to see them break down, but at the same time, just imagine how McDavid would look. If there's anything that makes me smile, it's just imagining how McDavid would look after getting blown wide open in a hockey game. Barkov gets hooked. He gets a little bit of interference. He gets taken down by, it looks like, Yarncroke. All right, Panthers. Put one away fast. Panthers win the draw. For Hagee over to Montour. Montour shot. Kachuk shots right off of Skinner. Panthers going to maintain as Montour sends it around. Reinhart battling for it. Kachuk centers it for Hagee. Looks, shot. Save Skinner. Panthers getting some real fast looks. And to me right now, that's really important right now. If the Panthers can at least put the Oilers on their heels, let them know like, yo, hey, you might have blown us all the water, but hey, even if the Panthers come back and it's a 4-6 hockey game, you let the Oilers know that you're not giving up, and you remind them like, yo, we can still score goals. We can still compete. And don't you dare think that game 5 we're not going to destroy you in our own barn. Oh, almost got some puck luck right there. Panthers getting shots to the net. This is absolutely looking like game 2, where the Panthers got so many shots on net and just couldn't get through the Oilers' defense. It's kind of been the name of this playoffs, just ridiculous defensive runs by both of these hockey clubs. Oilers come away with that draw, but now the Panthers steal it away. Reinhart to Verhaeghe, a little catch. What's Reinhart going to do? Unable to get it back to Verhaeghe, Oilers are going to try to attack. Here comes Brown, gets the shot. Verhaeghe clears it. Barkov, stretch pass. Kachuk. They direct it in, but the Oilers will clear it yet again. Panthers need to score real fast in this power play if they want any chance. Oh, here you go. Tarasenko sends it over Lundell. Can't get the goal. Shot a little popcorn out of their mouth on accident. That was kind of gross. All right, Rodriguez, what do you got? The Bennett. Bennett thinks. Sends it around. Tarasenko falls, but still gets it to Ekman Larson. Slapper. Oh, Rodriguez goes for the fake shot. Panthers were pummeling shots in the first few seconds of this power play. Not able to work it for a little bit. Bennett tries to go for a wraparound shot, but no luck for them there. 5 seconds left this power play. They're going to get one more shot attempt left. No good. The puck is actually going to go all the way back to the Panther zone, too. Ekman Larson's going to hold on to it. The Oilers' penalty kill continues to just absolutely impress. They have not killed off, 56 of the last 60 penalties. So they've only, power plays, penalties, very close to the same thing. And for the Panthers, That was your glimmer of hope. And I know that a lot of the Panthers players are now going to change their pace. They're going to change the way that they're playing. You're going to see a lot of physical play coming out of these Panthers. Oilers right now, I don't know what the Oilers are going to try to do. I mean, obviously they're just going to try and score more, but at the same time, it's just gonna be a grind game. You got 16 minutes left of the clock. Panthers, if you can try to, I mean, 25 shots for the Panthers and 1 goal. 28 shots for the Oilers and 6 goals. That's disgusting. All right there, Panthers. Can't do it. Where's that puck? They just can't get a clean shot. The Oilers, you watch them just clump up and they just completely suffocate the front of the net and they're allowing nothing to get close to their goalie. And the Panthers though, they've been scoring on crazy conversions, so they do score in just about any single way that they possibly can. But you also just got to think about, yes, they're scoring every single way that they can, and it's very, very aggressive. But a lot of them have been more on the rush. They've been on a lot of takeaways. So a lot of takeaways from the Oilers stealing the puck in their zone. The Oilers are finally get it back in a defensive play, then the Panthers just take it away from them. There's been a lot of defensive vulnerabilities like Darnell Nurse on the Oilers that just hasn't. I mean, he's getting paid $9 million a year. Scored this game, but you got to make. I mean, you lost 3 games in a row, and a lot of players or a lot of fans from the Oilers are just not too happy with his play, and it makes sense. You're getting paid a lot of money, and you're down 3-0 in a series, Stanley Cup final nonetheless. All right, chat. No one's saying anything yet. Maybe the chat's taking a break just the way the Panthers are. The Panthers are just taking it easy right now. Bennett can't control the puck. And the other thing, I mean, just bad puck luck for the Panthers right now. 17 goals by defensemen for the Oilers, most in the NHL right now. That's pretty cool. And you wouldn't think that though, that with the Edmonton Oilers defense. I mean, they're not bad. I mean, Bouchard's been absolutely like it's so impressive to watch Bouchard play for the Oilers. I thought Broberg would be doing a lot better, but apparently not. I don't think Corey Perry's or Vander Kane's playing tonight. And you gotta wonder if the Oilers are like, well, that's how we won last game. I bet the Oilers are gonna keep the exact same lineup. Corey Perry's probably not gonna touch ice again for the rest of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Hockey is one of those games where the superstitions are huge. They they believe in energy. They believe in cosmic forces in hockey. I'm surprised hockey teams just all don't do. All right, so hear me out, NHL. Hear me out, hockey teams. If hockey is such a sport about superstition and energy and all this stuff, I'm surprised these teams just don't do like hallucinogens together, like mushrooms or whatnot, like that to like let's all like get on a spiritual level together, man. Let's all like go on like a lifelong journey path and like real like understand each other and like the powers within. I totally could see that being a thing where hockey teams just go on vision quests to talk to the hockey gods, dude. Sometimes you just gotta speak to the hockey gods. You know what I mean? Just looking at what are these people talking about? Everyone's talking about they're pucking loving this hockey game. Aren't you pucking loving this hockey game? That's so funny. Some guy on Oilers Twitter says the fact that McDavid has tied Gretzky or overcame Gretzky for the most assists in the Stanley Cup playoffs at 31, I think it was. They're like, oh, the debate's over. McDavid's so much better than Crosby. It's like Crosby's got 3 cups. Been to the final 4 times, lost once, won 3 times. 3 rings. 3 rings for Crosby. McDavid's got a reverse sweep in an NHL Stanley Cup. So McDavid's got a journey. Let's just say that, everybody. McDavid has a journey he's got to overcome right now. And if there's any game that's going to give you hope, it's this game. Gosh, I hate how this drags my shirt down. I don't like wearing low cut clothing. I think it's just not very tasteful for me. You know what I mean? Just wearing low cut clothing. It's just not for me. Panthers are doing Panthers. So if you're the Panthers right now, like you want to remind yourself that you can score and that you have scored. So they're trying as hard as they can to score again. I think you just need some fresh Florida air. If that's fresh, we're gonna get another power play. I think there might be another power play. It looks like Lorenz got checked down. Well, Darnell Nurse, you got a cross checking the penalty that never happens but always happens. Just cross checks Lorenz right in the blue paint. I think that's the best part about hockey. He cross checks him, so he already beats up some guy. He's like, "Yeah, why'd you fall, Stu?" And keeps cross checking him. What a sport! The sport about being a man, but also play by the rules. Be a, apparently being a man is not playing by the rules. Hockey, what a weird sport. Well, Panthers are definitely not going to score on the power play if they're passing it to their players' skates. That was a terrible pass. Montour, what you gonna do with it, Panthers? You got this power play. You got to show some sort of life. You got to show some sort of bite. You got to give yourself something to work off of when you go into the next game. You can't go back with your tail between your legs. You can't go home with your tail between your legs. You got to have some sort of pride. Especially considering that Bobrovsky got chased this game. That's bad. That's really, really bad for you guys right now. Bennett gets it in. What can Lindell do with the puck? Now that this is, I mean, scoring 6 goals in a must-win game is huge. But they gotta. But the biggest thing about the Oilers right now is they gotta replicate this success. Bobrovsky hasn't lost in 6 games, or the Panthers for the nonetheless haven't lost in 6 games. So the Panthers are going to have to exercise some intense mental fortitude to maintain competitive composure. Oilers get another penalty kill. That's not going to be good for the Panthers' self-esteem either, because the Oilers holding that penalty kill, that's what they're kind of known for right now, is just not getting scored on. Another 2-on-1, but Henrique was a little too far. Oilers still doing everything they can. Oh, what do we got? Another whistle? Slashing. Excuse me, everybody. Slashing penalty on Ekblad. Excuse me. My nose is being all goofy. First power play unit. So the Oilers are just doing everything they can to break the Panthers, and they're doing everything they can to uplift the Oilers. I think what the coach is doing right now is he's trying to remind his players that they can score. So I get it. And this is a Stanley Cup final. Like hockey, they're like, oh, mercy this, mercy. And there's no mercy in sports. You send a message to every team in the league that you guys are just going to crush teams, you're going to beat them, and there's nothing they can do about it. That's what sports should be. But of course, in hockey, if you're up 4-0 or something, you put on your second power play unit. You don't just crush them. You try to. And I mean, there are sometimes like, yeah, you definitely do want to work on your other power play unit. You want to make sure that everyone on the team is ready to be able to compete, not just a few select players. And that's funny because the Oilers can literally just sit on their side of the ice and not do anything on this power play if they wanted to. They could just kill 2 minutes off the clock. But that'd be boring. Oh no, Corey Perry is playing. Corey Perry started to feel like he was the bad luck charm. And the Panthers cross-checked the heck out of what does it look like, Warren Fogle. He gets smashed onto the ice. All right, let's look at these stats again. Nope, that's ESPN. Or NHL. 27 shots by the Panthers with 1 goal, 31 shots by the Oilers, 6 goals. My nose does not like me tonight, everybody. It does not like me at all. 20 block shots by the Oilers. So the Oilers now have the most shots on net and they have the most blocks. They're doing everything this game. Absolutely phenomenal play by the Edmonton Oilers tonight. Do or die game. Oilers are treading water right now. They are. They definitely threw some catnip in a corner, and the Panthers just don't know what they're doing right now in this hockey game. 42 hits though by the Panthers, so they're definitely letting them know that they're still here. They're still playing a physical game of hockey, and even though they're getting beat on the score sheet, they're letting them know that they're still a hockey team and that they're still going to make sure that they know that their presence is known and that they're not letting, even though they're getting, like I said, even though the Panthers are getting blown out of the water when it comes to the actual score of the hockey game, bam, a slapper, bam, another slapper, bam, right there, Bennett. Ooh, the refs need to jump right in right now. I'm so impressed that Skinner's playing the way he is. He looked beaten, he looks broken. And tonight, Oilers just absolutely embarrassing the Panthers. Panthers going to go to their third power play in this third period, but They're showing no fight. They got no bite this game. No bite for these cats. Did somebody throw a ball of yarn? It feels like the Panthers are distracted. Just an epic breakdown over here. And it's kind of crazy to me because like everyone's saying like, oh, McDavid's got all these records. McDavid's doing this. McDavid's doing that. Do you know how bad it's going to feel when the Oilers lose the cup? They're not reverse sweep. It's not happening. It's not happening. You can get as much confidence as you possibly want from this game. It's not happening. You're not reverse sweeping. This is going to be a blip. This is going to be a blip. The Panthers aren't losing 2 Stanley Cups back to back. Nonetheless, they're not getting reverse swept. Even though you haven't lost in 6 games, they're just gonna throw this game out. They're like, yeah, we lost one. Oops. Let's win at home, right? The Panthers are gonna win at home. They're focused. They're locked in. They know what they're going to do. They're gonna put them away. They're gonna put them away at home. None other than Corey Perry goes back to the penalty box. Montour with a blast. Panthers assaulting the goalie. Can't do it. Oilers are going to clear it. That's going to go all the way down the ice. Like I said, Panthers have to get some sort of chip in the armor. They got to get some sort of self esteem. They got to remind themselves that they can score. Verhaeghe gets a shot blocked by Skinner. Skinner playing immaculate hockey tonight. Panthers doing everything they can, centering the puck, and they're getting all sorts of shots, but no luck for the Panthers tonight. Skinner playing absolute god mode right now. You let in 1 goal, but as you watch your team jam 6 goals down the other team's throat, you can kind of understand that your team's finally draining goals. It's not just you having to do everything, and that's kind of been the rough part about the Oilers is that there were parts where the Panthers were smothering them and not letting them get any shots on net. And there's been other times where the Panthers have just the Oilers have been getting on the shots but no results. The Oilers are just going to play some catch. Panthers got 40 seconds left in this power play. They just don't care. 7 minutes left to go in the hockey game. Panthers just their self-esteem just is not there right now. Why would it be, right? Why would it be? I mean, that's a dumb thing to say. But they're still trying. Here you go. Lindell goes for a shot. Every shot the Panthers take just bounces off. Some of them don't even get to the net because the Oilers just all get in the way. Bennett with another shot. The Panthers are going to pretty much almost come away with about 40 shots in this hockey game with only 1 goal. They can't break Skinner. And Skinner sounds like he's an Edmonton native, does not want to get swept in his hometown, right? Of Edmonton. Corey Perry takes it in. Score! What a beautiful goal for the Oilers. Pass, 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 top shelf, Holloway. 7-1 Edmonton Oilers. Pack it up, Panthers. We're going back to Florida.
What if this is all a ploy so that Florida can win at home?
See, that's an interesting thing because like you want to like that was a breakdown. You had all the defensive play, and you're just like, no one wants to put their stick down. Stolars gets absolutely beat and embarrassed. So Brittany asked an interesting thing. She's like, what if this is a play to win at home? You're always trying to win every game. Winning at home is fun, but of course, you never want to let another team, especially with a team like McDavid and Drysdale, gain confidence.
Sure.
You have so many weapons on the Panthers, but when you let another team start getting that confidence, you let another team start feeling themselves a little bit, that's when it can start to get a little bit dangerous. That's when it can start to get dangerous. So you don't want to do that legitimately at all. Wow. 7-1. Oilers doubled the amount of goals they've scored this entire series in this one game. Burp, 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 cough, cough, cough over here. Yeah, sore throat. Wow. I'm checking the stats. 33 shots on goal for both teams. Insane. 7 goals on 33 shots. Here you go. They're going for another one. Score 8-1 Oilers. This is a blowout. 8-1 Oilers. And you can see the Panthers are shook. They've tripled the amount of goals that they've scored this entire series now. Almost. No, it's not tripled, it's doubled. The Panthers are broken this game. They don't care. They just don't care. They're not trying as hard as they could. Oiler fans are going insane right now. This is exactly what they've been waiting to see all playoffs. This is what they've been waiting to see all playoffs. Is their team finally performing? We had a penalty. Oh, they're going to the power play. Why not make it 9-1? Oilers, absolute beauties right now. 8-1. Wow. I didn't think I'd see this coming. I did not think I would see this coming. Oh, Taco Bell looks low-key pretty good, Britt.
I'm concentrating on.
Fighting that machine Dre again? Wow.
I'm making him use all of his really cool moves so that he has no MP left, and I can just.
Do they have MP? Where does it show?
Well, hang on.
In the corner?
Yeah, it shows it right above him. HP MP right underneath.
Oh. I can't believe this. I can't believe what we're seeing. 8-1 in a Stanley Cup Finals game. I mean, this team was The Oilers look dead. They look depressed. No life. Now we got a hockey series. This this could easily go. I bet like that's another thing though. Like it's one game. The Panthers, they're gonna watch VOD. They're gonna review it. However, they're also gonna throw this game away. They're gonna be like, you know what? Doesn't matter if you lose by 1 goal or 8 or 10 goals. It's only one game. It's only one game. And the mental fortitude of this Panthers team is huge. Yeah, you're embarrassed to get blown out of their barn. Win at home. Paul Maurice is going to have to get control of his team. Here you go, Oilers. And finally, the Oilers are not starting their top power play unit. They know that, like, hey, it's not worth it. It's not worth the rough stuff. They get another shot. And now, if you're a Panther, every shot the Oilers get scares you. Every single shot the Oilers take scares you. Because every shot the Oilers take now is a confidence builder. Every shot, every goal. Bobrovsky's just looking at this like he's seen a ghost. Bobrovsky's going to need something to snap out of this because he's not going to be okay. The Panthers need a reset. And these next 3 days or 2 days is going to be exactly what they need. Panthers are just going to need to get some sand between their toes. Remember where they're at, how they got here. And Nurse knows he can just hang out behind his net. The Panthers aren't really going to challenge him too viciously. They're going to get it in the zone. Can the Oilers get another one? They got Henrique, or no, that's Ekholm just sitting right in front of the net. They want another one too. They want to build their confidence as much as possible. 2 minutes to go in the hockey game, 50 seconds left to go in the power play. And McDavid has to remind himself that he can't get too happy. He can't get too excited. He cannot. This is one game. You got 3 other games to go, and you gotta remember the way that you got beat the first 3 games. If there's anything that's gonna open your eyes, it's gonna be this game. This could definitely be the turning point in the series. But I mean, it's a lot to like an 8-1 victory. The Panthers just got to throw it out. You got to throw it out. You got to forget this game happened. You got to remember, like, yeah, hey, we came so far, and the Oilers are gonna be like, yeah, we won. The Oilers have a lot more to build off of this than the Panthers. I don't think the momentum's going to shift that big. But if there's anything that's going to give potential, it's a blowout game like this. The Oilers keep taking shots, and the Oilers are just kind of going to let the Panthers kind of do nothing with this puck. There's 40 seconds left of this hockey game. They're just going to let Kulikov sit in the back for 40 seconds. No, the Panthers are still going to try to get the puck in the Oilers zone. Oilers just going to kind of pass and dump it around. They don't want to show any weakness. They also don't want to give the Panthers a they don't want to. They're not going to give them a reason to do some rough stuff. Here they go. Oilers dump it behind their net. 14 seconds. They're just going to get killed off the clock. Edmonton Oilers win game 4, 8-1. And I can guarantee you that nobody on the face of this planet had this on their bingo card. Nobody on the face of the planet thought the Edmonton Oilers were going to blow out the Florida Panthers 8-1 in game 4 after scoring a maximum of 3 goals. They only had 5 goals this entire series. And now they score 8. Largest win margin facing elimination. Tied the Vancouver Millionaires from 1918 by a 7-goal. That's crazy. Hockey stats are always crazy. All right, everybody. We're going to go over some quick stats and call it a night. Edmonton Oilers. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. I'm going to need to rest after this. My schnoz just ain't liking today. The nose is not liking today. The Edmonton Oilers blow out the Florida Panthers. Now we'll charge this in a bit. 33 to 36 shots, 47 to 53% faceoff. Now the interesting thing, the shots on goal, the Oilers were in the lead the entire time. The Oilers' offense was insane tonight. They did not let up. They kept draining goals, and the Panthers paid for it dearly, as we can see in the scoreboard. Bobrovsky gets chased in the first 22 minutes of the hockey game. Absolutely embarrassing performance for Bobrovsky tonight. 5 goals and 11 shots. He's going to have to find some sort of reset. Because without Bobrovsky, the Panthers, they're not in this match. They won't compete. 1 for 6 in the power play for the Oilers. 0 for 4 for the Panthers. So the Oilers continue to prove that their power play is deadly. And not just deadly, but their penalty kill is going to continue to block at an outstanding margin. 50 hits. The Panthers reminded the Oilers that, hey, we're still here. No matter how many goals you jam down our throats, we're going to keep hitting you. We're going to keep grinding you down. That's really important to take away. The physicality is still there. You can still take players out. You can still slow players down by physical play. And that's exactly what the Panthers were trying to do. Oilers doing it all, though. They get the goals. They get the blocked shots. They do everything they possibly can. Honestly, though, this game, this game gets set by Montour sliding into Bobrovsky. Did that hurt him? What could that have done to Bobrovsky? Could that have hurt him? I don't think so. It's possible. But what that did, his own defenseman took him out of the play, and the Panthers kind of got Dougied on. Let's be honest. Game 5. My prediction, Panthers in 5. Now, a lot of times when a team is down 3-0, they come out like a rapid mongoose on game 4. They win, and then they just get shut down in game 5. That's what I said. I've been saying Panthers in 5. I think it's still going to happen. This is exactly the way I predicted it, minus the blowout. I did not predict the blowout. I imagine the Panthers are going to go up 3-0, lose the 4th game, go home, win it. It's going to happen. But we get more Stanley Cup playoffs. We get more Stanley Cup finals. We get more hockey. Hockey is not done. I will catch every single one of you back here on Tuesday night as I go live. Hopefully my voice is a little bit better so I can do more play-by-play. This is Week Haken. This is Saturday night Stanley Cup Finals hockey. This is a beautiful, beautiful game. An exciting blowout. Thank you so much for stopping by tonight, everybody. It was a pleasure. It was sweet. We'll catch you later at the next stream.